The night is alive, a symphony of crickets, the distant barking of dogs, and the soft hum of the city settling down. The city breathes a sigh of relief as the hustle and bustle of the day gives way to the tranquility of the night. But beneath this familiar nocturnal tapestry, a chill creeps in. The darkness holds secrets, whispers that travel through the air, almost imperceptible but undeniably present. In the dimly lit alleys and under the cloak of darkness, a whisper travels. The whisper of the Stoneman. Kolkata, 1989. A year that would be etched into the annals of the city's history. A sprawling metropolis on the banks of the Hooghly River, teeming with life, pulsating with energy, and steeped in history. Kolkata, with its colonial architecture and bustling markets, is a city of contrasts where the old and the new coexist in a delicate balance, but beneath its vibrant facade, a darkness stirred. The city's underbelly, often hidden from the casual observer, began to reveal its sinister side. A series of gruesome murders, as swift as they were brutal, sent shockwaves through the city, leaving an indelible mark on its psyche. The police were baffled, the public terrified, and the media in a frenzy. The victims, those living on the fringes of society, the unseen, the unheard. They were the city's most vulnerable, often overlooked and forgotten, now thrust into the spotlight in the most tragic of ways. Snatched from their makeshift beds under the open sky, their lives extinguished with a brutality that sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened investigators. The scenes of the crimes were haunting, each one a grim reminder of the Stoneman's presence. The Stoneman had arrived, and Kolkata would never be the same. The city, once known for its resilience and spirit, now lived in the shadow of fear. The whispers in the darkness grew louder, a constant reminder of the terror that lurked just out of sight. The Stoneman's reign of terror had begun, and the city braced itself for the horrors yet to come. Newspapers screamed, headlines blared. The Stoneman Murders, a series of brutal killings that sent shockwaves through the city of Calcutta. A name whispered in fear, a specter haunting the city's dreams. The Stoneman was not just a murderer, he was a phantom, an enigma that eluded capture and understanding. Each new victim, another layer added to the growing legend. The police worked tirelessly, but each clue seemed to lead to a dead end, deepening the mystery. The victims, all homeless, all male, were found in the early hours, their skulls crushed, the weapon of choice, a large stone. The police were baffled. The brutality of the murders was shocking, and the randomness made it even more terrifying. No witnesses, no apparent motive, no connection between the victims except their social standing. Invisible to society, easy prey in the dead of night. The Stoneman seemed to strike without pattern, making it impossible to predict his next move. The city held its breath, gripped by a fear that seeped into every corner. People avoided the streets at night, and the once bustling city became eerily quiet after dark. Who was this phantom, this bringer of death under the cover of darkness? Theories abounded, but none brought comfort. Rumors swirled like dust devils. Some said he was a madman, others believed he was a vengeful spirit. The lack of concrete information only added to the fear. Was it a gang initiation? A ritualistic killing? Theories ranged from the plausible to the supernatural, or something even more sinister, a creature of the night preying on the most vulnerable. The idea of a supernatural entity was both terrifying and strangely compelling. The lack of answers only fueled the flames of fear. The Stoneman became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder of the darkness that lurks in the human soul. The city of Calcutta, with its rich history and vibrant culture, was now overshadowed by a shadowy figure that seemed to defy all logic and reason. The enigma of the Stoneman remains unsolved, a chilling chapter in the annals of urban legends. The murders cast a long shadow over Kolkata. The city, once brimming with life, seemed to retreat into itself as darkness fell. Streets emptied, shadows seemed deeper, and the silence was broken only by the echoing footsteps of fear. The invisible had become the hunted. Parents clutched their children closer, bedtime stories replaced by whispered warnings. The homeless, once a common sight on the city's streets, huddled together for safety, seeking solace in numbers, their eyes wide with terror. The Stoneman had become a chilling reminder of their vulnerability. The killings continued, each one a grim testament to the killer's audacity. The police, under immense pressure, seemed no closer to finding the culprit. Fear, like a thick fog, rolled in with the evening tide, enveloping the city in its icy grip. Section 4. The Mark of the Stoneman, a name that sends chills down the spine of anyone who hears it. The modus operandi was brutally simple, yet terrifyingly effective. The Stoneman's method was as primitive as it was horrifying. A large stone found near the crime scene would be used to crush the victim's skull. This stone, often an ordinary object, became a tool of unimaginable horror in the hands of the killer. The brutality of the act, the sheer savagery sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned investigators. Each crime scene painted a picture of unrestrained violence, a testament to the killer's cold-blooded nature. There were no signs of struggle, no defensive wounds on the victims. This indicated that the victims were taken completely by surprise, unable to defend themselves against the sudden, lethal attack. It was as if they never saw it coming, struck down in their sleep. The victims were often found in their beds, their final moments likely spent in peaceful slumber before the fatal blow. This chilling detail only added to the growing fear surrounding the case. The thought of being so vulnerable, so unaware of the impending danger, was enough to keep anyone awake at night. The Stoneman, it seemed, moved like a phantom, striking silently and vanishing without a trace. His ability to evade capture, to leave no clues behind, made him a ghostly figure in the eyes of the public and law enforcement alike. The lack of a motive, the seemingly random selection of victims, and the brutal efficiency of the killings all pointed towards a cold, calculating mind. This was not the work of a frenzied maniac, but rather a meticulous planner who executed his crimes with chilling precision. But who could be capable of such acts? What kind of person could carry out such heinous deeds without a shred of remorse? And what drove them to commit such heinous crimes? Was it a deep-seated grudge, a twisted sense of justice, or something far more sinister? The mystery of the Stoneman remains unsolved, a dark chapter in the annals of crime that continues to haunt the city. Section 5. Unveiling the Pattern. As weeks turned into months, and the body count rose, a chilling pattern began to emerge. The murders always occurred on a full moon night, fueling the rumors of a ritualistic element to the killings. The victims were always found in the same part of the city, close to the Hughley River. The police, desperate for a break, clung to these patterns, hoping they held the key to unlocking the mystery. They increased patrols, focusing their efforts on the areas where the Stoneman was known to strike. But the killings continued, a macabre dance with the authorities. The city held its breath with every full moon, bracing itself for the news of another life extinguished. The Stoneman had become a terrifying embodiment of the city's fears, a specter haunting their waking hours and tormenting their dreams.